Who is this? Who is this? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cachet. If you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I greatly appreciate it and I hope you enjoy. This video is going to be my advice to the incoming freshman class at all universities. I'm just going to kind of be touching on things that I learned throughout my college life and things that I heard before, all of that good jazz. So first is going to be, and I need to look at my notes, but first is going to be time management. Time management is so important, you guys. Like, time management is literally the difference between you making an A or a B or a B or a C and so on and so forth. Like, if you really take the time to plan out your time day by day, well, month by month, week by week, day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour, minute by minute, you know what I mean, so on and so forth. My personal experience with time management has been very shaky. Every semester is different. I learned something new. I learned from my past mistakes, so that's one thing. But my advice on time management would definitely be to invest in a planner and use it like faithfully. Write everything down in your planner, and just as you do it, check it off. A lot of times, if I know I have a lot to do in one day, I'll set my to-do list with like time. So if I know I have an assignment due, I have to study, I have to submit this, do that, I literally will put times next to it. So I'll do this at 5 o'clock, do this at 6:30, do this at 7. I'll even incorporate my naps, my breaks, all of that good jazz. So just really take the time to plan out your schedule. It really makes a difference, and it really takes a lot of stress and anxiety off of you, because being a college student is already tough. You broke, you hungry, you by yourself 9 times out of 10. Like, you just got a lot of stuff going on. So just to make it easier for yourself, do that. So number 2 is going to be responsibility. You guys, everything is not always the professor's fault. Now, sometimes these professors kind of get out their body and be thinking they could just mess over you, and that's a no. And at that point, that's when you take the necessary precautions to do what you got to do. But it's the professor's responsibility to put the work out there. Now, if you're not comprehending it or you don't understand it, it's your responsibility to take action. Go talk to the professor, go get tutoring, look up online videos or other study tools on the internet. There is so much out there to help you study and to help you learn. It's ridiculous. Sounds like college is not, you're not spoon-fed. You have to do it yourself, and that's why a lot of people say you really grow into a better person and a more independent person in college, because you're forced to do a lot of things by yourself, and sometimes teaching yourself is one of them. If you make a bad grade on a test, take it. What did you do to make that grade? Because the professor didn't just give you that grade for no reason. Go back, ask the professor, can they go over the exam with you if they don't already do it in class. You know, ask them why is this the answer versus the answer that you chose. Go back in your book to see if it's there, where there's an explanation. Just, you really have to take responsibility for your actions. Okay, so obviously times are rough right now, but this is like the #1 thing that you need to do when you go back to school in the fall. Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Boo. I don't care if you made your mask out of a sock or whatever. Wear your mask. Like, it's this simple. It is this simple. Now, I know I sound crazy, but who got Rona? Not me. Period. Yeah, y'all, wear your mask. It is that serious. just because y'all friends, just because y'all cool, y'all know each other, y'all been knowing each other for forever, don't mean that they can't get wrong, or don't mean that you don't have wrong. So protect yourself, protect other people, wear your mask, and tie your hands, stay 6 feet apart if you can, go to school, go home. Study habits. Studying is very important. Let me say this, there is no such thing as one major is harder than the next, because I myself am a nursing student, but I promise you I couldn't be a political science major. Well, I couldn't major in political science, I couldn't major in chemistry, like I couldn't. So everything is hard to everyone because everybody have their own, you know, their vibe. That's why there are tons of majors at a university, but there's no major that's harder than the next. Some may be more complex, but honestly all of them are complex. That's why they're all a major, because they need to be studied for at least 4 years, 3 to 4 years. But with study habits, what I do personally is extreme, because I do have a lot of material. What I like to do is I like to read the book, the chapters that are going to be taught before class, like not the day of before class, like, excuse me, like a week before class. What I mean by read before class, I read my book, right, and as I'm reading I will outline the chapter. So I will write down important things that I think are important, basically just summarizing each chapter, little paragraph in the chapter and the chapter itself. And then when I go to class, I take that outline and I highlight things that the professor emphasized, and I go in and I'll add things as well. That's just what I like to do. And if sometimes if I don't get a chance to outline before class, I'll still try to read, but if I don't have a chance to actually write the outline, I will write the I will wait till I get to class and the professor is going through the PowerPoint, and every slide that he or she explains like in depth, I'll write the name of the slide, and once they upload the PowerPoint later, I'll go back through that slide, read it, understand it, and write it down, adding the extra notes or examples that they did in class. And that's another way that I outline, you know, the chapters. But yeah, I study for at least 2 hours a day. It's a lot, but it honestly pays off. When I realized, comparing it to other times where I didn't study every day for at least 2 hours, my grades weren't the same. I wasn't as confident in the material that I was learning. I can just tell that those 2 hours a day were really paying off. And sometimes, like I said, at least 2 hours. Sometimes I'll study for up to 4 to 5 or 6 hours. It just depends on how close I am to the test, or how close, or how much I've learned already, and if I'm outlining ahead. Because when I say study, I can be studying the material that I already know, and the material that I plan to sit in class. So that's that on academics. But definitely take advantage of having an advisor, not just for academics, but for, you know, social life as well. Sometimes, if you feel comfortable, of course, but sometimes advisors can really play a huge role in your college life and can add a very positive spirit for you to always have in your life. Because I have a lot of friends that are basically out here on their own, and they have an amazing bond with their advisors. So I definitely encourage you to go talk to your advisor, become one with them, tell them anything that your little heart desires. But if you don't wish to be on that type of level with your advisor, definitely still talk to them about academics, because they can really help you make solid decisions as far as like certain classes and how to study. Also, they have a wide range of recommendations for like study tools and tutoring. It's like they know it all. Okay, so definitely take advantage of them being in your corner. Moving on to more social life advice, guys, don't run the social media. that's a bad thing that our generation does. Like, if you and Ray Ray broke up, don't put it on social media. If you found out Ray Ray was messing with Bonquisha, don't put it on social media. Like, I'm being funny, but I'm being so for real. So many people's business is out on social media, and it doesn't need to be. Like, I understand you vent, but venting to more than like 1 or 2 people, I feel like it's just not appropriate, especially if it's your business. Like, just keep your business as yourself. And if you want to vent to several people at one time, make a fake account or something, make something private where a small amount of people follow you. But I just don't think that it's appropriate to put your life business out on social media where so many people can see it. Not just because it's not really appropriate, but also because you have to think about your future. You have to think about when it's time for internships, when it's time for interviews, for job offers. You just have to think. People do go back and look at your social media, and if you cussing Ray Ray out and you cussing Bonquisha out on Twitter, I don't know how that's gonna affect you. It's okay, because I've done it before too. I mean, everybody grows up. I'm not saying don't do it, but just kind of keep it at a minimum, because everybody goes through that stage. But once you get to a certain age, you kind of like, everybody don't need to see this. I'm just gonna go vent to my best friend or my journal or God. I mean, he's here for a reason. Advice on, like, a lot of people want to be involved in college, and I definitely support it. I've been involved all 3 years of my college experience, and I absolutely loved it. But one thing I can say is put your academics first. Don't sacrifice your academics for anything or anyone. Always be able to say no. Don't feel pressured to do certain things, but also be prepared to sacrifice sleep for your academics and for being involved, because at the end of the day, you did decide to become involved in whatever you're in. So you can't kind of like say, you can't kind of put everything on academics because you did decide to be involved. So you can't really say, oh, I can't do this, like I gotta do this. Well, then you shouldn't have gotten involved if you couldn't handle it, right? But sometimes you do need to say no. Sometimes you do need that extra time. But yeah, I definitely think that everybody should be involved in at least one organization in college. It's a great experience. It's something amazing to put on your resume. So definitely look into that. Career fairs, I don't know if other schools do this, but I know at Southern they'll have, I said career fairs. Definitely go to a career fair, but organization fair. Definitely go to an organization fair, because that's when all the organizations come in one area, and they have their table, they have their boards, their poster boards, and it just kind of explains what their organization is about, maybe their mission, what they do in the community or on a campus, how to get in their organization, all kinds of things. So it just kind of gives you a better insight on what every organization focuses on and what they do overall. So definitely go to that. I don't know how they're going to do that this year, or if they've done it already. I don't really know. I haven't been paying attention, but keep an eye out for that if they haven't done it already. Overall, I just want to say, be your own person. Don't change yourself for anybody or anything. Stay who you are. Stay true to who you are, because that is what makes you unique. Stay focused on the fact that you are in school for an education. Stay focused. Do you, make friends, have fun, go out. Enjoy college. It's an experience like no other. Like, seriously, like, y'all, I'm upset that it can't really turn up this year like we used to. So I took that for granted. But Miss Ronald won't be here forever, but she's still here. So put your mask on, put your Germex on, stay 6 feet away. I'm talking to you. Yep. But yeah, overall, that's really my advice. Just be you. Stay true to yourself. Stay focused on the end goal. It will get hard. I've heard several friends in several different majors go through like mental breakdowns because it's just getting so hard. But push through. You got it. You wanted to be in a major that you wanted to be in for a reason. You got it. And if it's not for you, accept that it's not, and find something else that you're good at. That's why there are tons of majors out there, and there are tons of jobs out there. Like, everybody's job is important. Without one job, we wouldn't be able to do the other. And that's how I look at it. So don't think that, oh, this is easier, this is harder. No, everything's here for a reason. There's nothing wrong with a situationship, because I know some things just won't go as far as a actual official relationship. Don't let others make you do what you don't want to do, okay? Don't bring your standards down. If you got high standards, keep them up. I mean, if you got low standards, keep them where they at, okay? But if you got high standards, keep them where they're at. Don't bring them down anywhere, okay? You don't need that. If they're causing you stress, let them go. I don't care how nice they are, how amazing they are. I don't care. Let them go. You don't need that extra baggage. Just let them go. Now, if they're adding positivity, love, and just a beautiful spirit to your life, keep them around. You need that. But if not, let them go. I promise you, there is something better out there, and I had to learn that. But I'm here to tell you what I ain't want to hear then, because people did tell me that, but I just didn't want to hear it. But I'm telling you again so you can hear it again, because you need to hear it. Don't let these little boys get in your head, and don't let these little girls get in your head. Stay focused on the end goal. If they're a beautiful addition to your life, then keep them around. I'm not saying don't get in a relationship, but just, you know what's wrong and what's right. This one thing, if they like you, you'll know. If they're interested, there's a difference between being interested and liking you. If they like you and they really want to keep diving deeper into you and deeper into whatever relationship y'all have or friendship, you'll know. But if they don't, if they're interested, if they going with the flow, you're gonna be confused, okay? Because one minute they're gonna be going with the flow, and the next minute they're gonna be with Sally. So just peep game. I wish I had some glasses, because but you know, peep game, okay? Do what you gotta do. Get your schoolwork done. Yeah, that's the advice I gotta tell you, because honey. But honestly, that is all I have for you guys. To my SU 24 freshmen, the beautiful babies that are coming in, you are amazing. You are blessed to be coming in college at this time period, because you're about to be amazing. You guys are about to be great. So just stay focused, stay prepared, be ready for anything. Just be yourself, and I know that you guys will make it through college and become the best doctors, engineers, nurses, accountants, marketers, businesswomen, businessmen, chemists, everything, teacher, professor, lawyer, all of these beautiful professions. I just know that you guys are going to slay it. So SU24, welcome to the bluff from your girl Cachet. And you know, one more thing, y'all better mask up. I'm not playing with y'all. If I see y'all on campus, you ain't got no mask on, if it ain't in your hand, if it ain't in your chin, or if it ain't on, I'm gonna say something, where your mask at, because I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all better have y'all mask on. Mask up issue. Love y'all. Bye, my fellow Jacks. See y'all later.